Hi everyone, and welcome to another 9 o'clock racing track hype. This time we are at Autopolis full course. It is a really good track, I'd say. I think it's really well built, but it's one of those that requires a lot of concentration and precision. So let's try to tackle it and see if there are any small hints and tips that can be useful. Okay, so turn 1. You should look either at the 100 meter sign or at this orange mark on the barrier, and when you start doing the braking phase, you're gonna extend it to around the 50 meter board. That's when you wanna start turning in. You're gonna be in second gear basically, but just be careful whilst you're trail braking. Because it can really unsettle the car. I'm not sure if it's clearly visible, but it's going a little bit downhill, so yeah, it can unsettle the car, and especially if you go on the power a little bit too early, you might find yourself on the gravel. So yeah, in a few cars it might be required to do a short shift just to get the rear end stable, and then you're going to accelerate as we head on to the next corner. And in here, if you see this patch of tarmac to my left hand side, that's the point I use to brake for this corner. Some say like might use a late downshift to just help with rotation. So you're gonna ease off the brakes as the curve on the right ends, and yeah, you have to do a lot of throttle control on this one because it's easy for the car to understeer, then you'll just run wide. Then you want to go on the right hand side here, try to clip this curve on the left, then you're going to the car is naturally going to go towards the outside, so the right hand side, and then you're going to hit the last apex. And throughout that section you're going to be mostly in second gear for the entry, so for the corner that leads to this sort of complex. Then you're going to be in third gear, you're possibly going to be in second again by the time you exit and you get to this point here. And for this corner you want to use the end of the curve on the right hand side as your braking points. So in here it is quite crucial to just maximize your braking performance as much as possible. And yeah, you're gonna be in first gear by the time you get here, and just be careful going on power because it's easy for the car to get unsettled, and you want to aim for this curve on the left hand side. Then this corner here is done flat out, and then this is a corner where being patient on the throttle can reward you quite a lot. So you want to go on as close to the right as you can, and you're going to start braking and turning as well at the end of this curve right here. You can also use the rubber marks of the tires on the track as a reference as well. So you're gonna aim it here, just not too much braking, just a little bit just to help with rotation, and you're gonna aim for this curve here on the left. You're gonna accelerate gently, and yeah, you want to get to as close to this curve as possible. You're gonna be at quite high speed, and then if you are as close to this curve on the left as possible, it's massively gonna help you with the exit of the corner. And you're gonna find yourself getting close to this curve on the right, so yeah, it's a bit of a high risk, high reward move, so just be careful when you apply full throttle. You're gonna be around third or fourth gear in most cars for that corner. Then this one is entirely flat out, and then a corner that is crucial for you to get the braking right, otherwise you'll just find yourself veering to the outside, and you really don't want that. It's really difficult to get out of that part of the track. So you want to brake on, as you see, like this mark right here on the right hand side, this board with the left sign. Yeah, you want to brake it. You want to brake there, and you want to start turning in for the corner. Basically, as soon as this curve right here starts, just even a little bit before that. So we're gonna get here. There's an elevation change here as well, which is gonna compromise how quickly you get on the power. So just beware of that, otherwise you might lose the rear end quite easily. By the time you exit the corner, you're going to be in second gear, so most cars should be either in first or second gear by the time you get to the apex of the previous corner, and then it might require just an upshift to stabilize the car on the exit. Now this corner here can be difficult for you to keep as much speed going, and just make sure that you don't lose control of the car and go outside of the track on the exit. But I usually have the 50-meter board as a reference. If you're not feeling too confident as well, you can brake just a little bit before this one. You're gonna be basically almost 50%, just a little bit over 50% on the brakes, and trail braking for a while until you hit the apex. And you want to turn in basically as this curve starts right here. You're gonna take both of these curves, and you're gonna be in third or fourth gear by the time you exit this section here. Now you're gonna brake just as soon as this curve ends right here. Just gentle taps really, because you want to keep as far to the right as possible with this car, so that it helps you on the entry to the following section. Basically you're gonna see the curve to the left here just ending, and you're gonna use this as a good braking reference. You can brake just a little bit after that, but I'd recommend you just as soon as it ends. You're gonna clip the curve right here, and the car is gonna naturally go to the outside. Be careful because it's easy for you to run wide here. You're gonna be basically in first gear through here, and at the exit you're gonna short shift to second, again just to get more stability. And then for this corner you're gonna stay as far to the right as possible on top of the curve, and you don't even need to brake, just small throttle adjustment, or you might even be able, if you nail down the line perfectly, just to go full throttle. Car is going to lead you to the right hand side, and then you want to go a little bit middle of the road but closer to the left for this corner. So you're gonna do basically just small taps on the brakes just to help with the weight transfer and rotating the car. You want to stay relatively close to the curve on the right, and as soon as you see this patch of tarmac on the right hand side closing in, that's when you want to go full throttle. Basically just power through to the exits. You're going to be entirely full throttle by the time you get to this point here. Then it's just a dash to the finish line. For that corner you'll mostly be probably or fourth gear. So hope this track guide was helpful. And for more track guides and more racing content, please make sure to check out the Nighthawk Racing YouTube channel, as well as all of our other accounts on our socials. And hopefully see you all soon.